Hello, welcome to Biology Day 80. We're right near the end here, so you can see your warm-up questions on the board. Remember, today is Day 80, so we're turning in our warm-up questions at the end of this. Whatever form you've got, make sure you get those warm-up questions turned in. Positive moment, class prayer, moment of silence, one of those would be good for the end here. And then again, kind of those warm-up questions, so make sure you turn your warm-up questions in whatever form that you've got them. All right. So class business kind of scheduling. So we've been looking at the scheduling, trying to kind of figure out how this is going to work here. So what we're looking at is day 80 is here, which is blue day. This is our B period day, a virtual dissection and unit review. Day 80 is over here for our gold day, so that's virtual dissection and unit review. And then the 19th and the 20th will be our B period, and then F and G period will be taking our unit tests. Then they'll start at 9 in the morning, they'll go till 5 that evening, so it gives you an 8-hour window in which to take the test on each respective day. And then we'll begin reviewing for the final on the 21st and 22nd, that's day 82. So let me jump over this next page because we're going to have a few more bits on the schedule here. So here we're looking at that same thing. So here's the 19th and the 20th. So those are our two online test days. We'll review for the final, that'll be day 82, day 82 there, and then we'll have day 83, blue day and gold day. They're telling me that there's still something kind of planned for Royal Day. I'm not sure exactly what that's going to entail. And then the May 29th is we're going to have the scheduled dates for social studies and foreign language, and June 1st is the scheduled dates for English and science, and June 3rd is the scheduled dates for math and religion. This is the best of my knowledge as of Wednesday, 5/13. May change. If it does, I will try to do my best to let people know. But this is kind of what I'm seeing at this moment. Potentially, they're still doing something for baccalaureate and graduation. What exactly that looks like yet, I do not know. Okay. So homework on here. So we've got the homework that we did last time, endocrine system and reproductive system, and there's a quiz for that. And then new stuff. So there are the discussions that I post on the day's page. This is a graded discussion today. So virtual dissection and unit review is a graded virtual discussion, so make sure you do that. And then there's a virtual pig dissection worksheet that you're going to be responsible for as well. So we'll talk about the virtual pig dissection first, and then we'll get into the unit review at the very end of it. So when we talk about virtual dissections, obviously we can't do real dissections. We're not in the classroom. So the virtual dissection we're doing is through a place called Whitman College. This is a website I've been using for a number of years. I found it really helpful. It's really very clear in terms of kind of what they're looking at. They're looking at a fetal pig. And they kind of go through very clearly the different body systems of that fetal pig. Why do people do dissections? The main reason is to gain an understanding of how bodies work. What parts are connected to what? How does the shape of something, the structure, allow it to function to keep us in homeostatic balance and keep us alive? So it should be noted that even before quarantine, there were and are many areas that do engage in virtual dissections. Even in the medical school, people going through medical school quite often will do virtual dissections of human bodies to kind of help them understand. So why do they do this? Well, you can go through the dissection multiple times if it's virtual. You can access body types that might not otherwise be available. So we're going to look at fetal pigs, but there's virtual dissections out there for squid or worms or all different sorts of things. And then even I have an understanding of it with the right software at upper levels, you have the ability to model different scenarios. Maybe there's a gunshot wound. Maybe the bullet went into one spot or another spot, or maybe there's a car accident and some part of the body is injured or other. Or maybe you can look at different diseases that might appear in the body. So there's ways to modify a virtual body to show different things. Okay. So virtual dissection, so what we're going to be doing is you need to print out the worksheet or work digitally to fill the worksheet in. There's a website here. You're going to go to the website. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a brief description here, and then I'm going to put together another screencast that goes over just how to use that worksheet in conjunction with the website there. So here's kind of a short version of this. So the website you go to should look like this. It should show the Whitman College Virtual Fetal Pig Dissection. And you should see kind of this information over on the right here. So it's designed to supplement the stuff that we use it for our different stuff as well here. So if we kind of skip next here, so here's kind of what we're looking at. So what we're going to do is we're going to start over here, start with anatomical references, and we'll kind of use this to skip around as we need it to get the different parts to deal with the worksheet. So on your worksheet, for example, the very first question says go ahead and navigate to the website and then label the regions of the pig below, the caudal region, pectoral region, pelvic, and cranial, right? And so you go through and you'd look on the website, you'd go back to here and you'd click on anatomical references, right? Anatomical references, and you'll see it's got parts that say regions of the pig, and so that gives you the ideas of the regions of the pig. And if you look down below, it says 2, add to the diagram the posterior and anterior labels. And if you look on the right here, it says posterior or anterior and posterior. So you go ahead and you would go to that part and you add the appropriate things to that. All right. Continuing on, you'd see questions 3 and 4 ask about the dorsal and ventral sides of the pig. So you go ahead and click on dorsal and ventral, and I'd be able to give you information about dorsal and ventral. And you continue on medial and lateral, proximal and distal, kind of all the way through. In addition, once you get into some of the other parts of the categories on there, sometimes it just says next, and you can just go click next, and it'll go to the next particular section that you're looking at, or you can go back if you need to go back for a section. Okay, so that's kind of a quick overview here. I'm going to pause here, and I'll put the other screencast that shows kind of the website and the worksheet kind of both up at the same time and working on how that would show how that would fill in. All right, and we'll stop it there.